Everyone's talking about AI, but who's actually implementing it? I'm Jenna Ahern, the CEO of Guardian Owl Digital, a search engine marketing firm rooted in integrity and transparency in the digital age. AI and marketing are at a crossroads, and the technology is moving faster than most business leaders can keep up with. That's why we created Go AI, a podcast series where we interview leaders in various industries about all things artificial intelligence. With each guest, my co-host Connor Rafferty and I will explore the applications that this rapidly evolving technology has for business leaders and their industries. Let's go AI. We are so excited to be here at Whiskey Thief Distilling Co. in Louisville, Kentucky, taking the Go AI podcast on the road. And Connor, we have a pretty cool speaker ahead of us today, right?
Today's speaker is Chris Seitz, the CIO of the Louisville Metro government.
Yeah, so again, this Go AI podcast is all about, hey, people are talking about AI, but who's actually implementing it? And Chris, the CIO of the Louisville Metro government, clearly, hopefully, is implementing it. So we're super excited to talk to him, as well as be able to interview guests that are here today listening to him speak. Connor, what do you think he's going to talk about?
AI in government, but also how AI can be applied more broadly to businesses and organizations from all sorts of industries and backgrounds. And yeah, I'm just excited to hear what he has to say and to get some interviews with some of the guests here for Go AI on the go. So would you mind telling me your name and where you work and what brought you out here today?
So I'm Nikhil Paonikar. I work for myself. The company is called Paonikar Tech. I also am in business acquisitions. The company is a new co. It's called NCO Capital. And what brought me here today was this is the first effort I've seen people in the city put towards bringing business owners and fellow entrepreneurs together and talk about AI.
What has been your experience over the past, let's say, since the release of ChatGPT with using AI in your professional life?
I wouldn't necessarily say that it has made me a better person, but it certainly has enhanced my daily workflow. Yeah.
What were some key takeaways from today's lectures that really stood out to you and you think will stick with you?
I'm so happy to find out that the city of Louisville is competent enough that they are employing AI technologies into their daily workflow. And they are at least putting a good effort towards it.
Mm-hmm. Any takeaways that apply to you as a business owner that you think you will implement going forward?
Happy to see that people are interested and they are not feigning interest, but they are inquisitive, and very glad to see that there are more people who think like me here.
Mm-hmm. Is there any words of advice that you would have to business owners regarding your own use of AI that you would like to pass on?
AI is hot. 20 years ago, it was SEO, and then 10 years after that, it was social media. And I see business owners getting on the social media bandwagon 10 years after it was hot. If you want to excel and crush the opposition, then AI is certainly going to be one of the best tools in your arsenal.
What are some specific AI tools or products that are really helpful for you?
Grok, ChatGPT, Make.com, N8N, all of those.
Mm-hmm. And what are some use cases of those on a either daily basis or just a consistent basis that have been really impactful for you?
So one of our former clients, they had 14 locations in California, and they were an insurance company, and we were able to roll out AI workflows that eliminated the operational time by almost 40%. And we did keep a human in the loop on their team. So the AI wasn't making decisions for them. However, their workforce was bolstered by the AI solutions we implemented for them.
Are there any AI developments or trends recently that have caught your attention and that you would like to integrate with your business?
For content creation, AI is a good tool. However, you are always going to need a human eye that can discern between good and bad content, something that's relevant. You cannot completely delegate to AI or AI workflows. You're always going to need a human taking care of everything else.
Well put, well put. Last question here. Is there anything that you would like to discuss to our audience about just where AI is headed in your eyes, what you think it will be 5 years, 10 years down the line that you think business owners should be aware of with AI development?
Businesses that implement AI technologies within their daily workflows will have the upper hand, and they will be making decisions faster than their competitors.
Very well, well put. Thanks for the interview. Hope to see you around at more of these events.
Right on, Connor.
So I'm here with, would you mind tell us your name and where you work and what your role is?
I'm Kyle Miller. I'm a partner on the privacy, cybersecurity, and artificial intelligence team at Denton's, the world's largest global law firm.
And you're one of the speakers today. Would you mind giving the audience some key takeaways from your speech today?
So the main takeaway that I want everyone to walk away with is not that there's no law around artificial intelligence, because the language from regulators has gone from that there may be laws and regulations around the technology itself to currently there won't be laws and regulations around the technology itself. And the regulators are going to an outcome-dependent regulation, meaning they want to hold people accountable for how they use AI and hold corporations accountable for how AI is used, but not hold the creators accountable to how AI is developed. And so that actually creates a lot of risk to organizations and individuals that are using AI because they're going to be held responsible for how it's used instead of being able to be protected by a law that says the AI developers have to develop the AI in accordance with certain standards.
And this has really been one of the huge legal issues that's been clouding the AI development since the release of ChatGPT, with many lawsuits quickly following ChatGPT's release. And now that's branched into images and videos. Has Denton's been seeing a lot of just inquiries about AI copyright laws and potential legal complications for businesses?
Yeah, IP is one of the biggest examples in the law of where companies are trying to manage their risk, and creators are trying to claw back some control of what they feel like they've conceded to the AI models. We're currently seeing that, at least for now, courts are not inclined to find that training an AI model on copyrighted work is itself infringement, but there are several very large test cases proceeding challenging the output of AI as infringing copyright. So for most companies, what that means is they need to mitigate that IP risk, that if they're actually using AI to generate something that they are putting out in the world, generating code that they're putting in their software, generating images or video or text content, that one, they may not be able to copyright it, but two, they could face a claim one day that what they've generated actually violates another party's copyright. And so we encourage companies to make sure that they have the right contractual provisions to make sure that they're protected from those claims, so that when they're working with generative AI, they're actually signing a commercial license with an AI company that is going to protect them should those claims materialize.
So one of the big risks that I foresee are just accidental or unknowing copyright infringements, like, say, generating some marketing material, and perhaps there's like either an obscure company mascot or like a cartoon character that the marketing team simply does not know is unoriginal, but rather just a straight replica. Unknown to them, they put it out there, boom, copyright infringement. I mean, that's kind of what we're talking about here, right?
But in the United States, anyone can sue anybody for anything. And so we also have to be, I think, commercially reasonable. So yes, it's absolutely a risk that someone could bring that claim against you if you use generative AI. It's also a risk that someone could bring that claim against you anyway, even if you didn't. And you still have to go, you would have to either settle or fight it and prove that you didn't infringe on their copyright, that it was created of your own volition. At this time, maybe your argument is stronger if you didn't use generative AI. But in the grand scheme of things, I don't know if you really do your diligence and look for similar works and believe in good faith that it's not violative of someone else's work. That's the reasonable place that most people find themselves.
Last question here. In your daily role, are there any personal uses of AI that you found really helpful in just optimizing your workday?
Yeah, so I try to be careful that when I use AI, I'm using it for, I guess, narrow tasks. So instead of trying to generate an entire document, I'm looking at specific clauses to review, specific sections that I'd like to be generated and think about. But I think it's very useful for creating counterfactuals as I'm thinking about arguments, running them through the tool to see what it counters with to help me make sure that my positions are well defended. And I find it's also useful for manipulating files in ways that would be difficult with the other tools that we have available. If we have a large data set or a large number of files that we need to find something in, sometimes that the AI-assisted search can get us to the real source of truth. We're not relying on what the AI generates, but we're relying on the AI to find us the right file, the right piece of evidence faster. It has sped us up.
Okay, thanks for your time, and thanks for the interview.
Thank you so much. I enjoyed it.
Thank you for listening to Go AI. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and review our podcast so we can continue to grow and offer more great AI content. If you're looking for digital marketing, digital transformation, or AI help, make sure you visit www.guardianowdigital.com. Have questions? Email team@guardianowdigital.com for answers. See you next time on Go AI.